Well, welcome everyone. It's Randy Van Straten here with the Bellin Run. I'm happy to be joined by Linda Maxwell from the Bellin Run to share topic of today is really kicking off the Bellin Run for this year and some new exciting changes as well as the corporate challenge. So, hey, Linda, glad to see you again, and I'm really excited for this year. I'm going to call up the PowerPoint here and we'll get rolling. Okay. Thumbs up, Linda, if you can see my screen. Okay, wonderful. Well, as you can see, and as you can see where Linda's modeling, we do have a new logo. Linda, tell us a little bit about that logo this year.
Well, our logo this year we are, as you can see, the most exciting thing about that logo is that 5K addition to our logo. You know, we've been a 10K for a long time, but you'll talk a little bit more about that. But it was designed by one of our in-house graphic designers who does such a great job. And, you know, our logo always, we really want to focus on, you know, that this is Bellin's gift to the community, but that lightning bolt, the R being the lightning bolt, we thought that was really a fun touch. So very excited about the colors as well.
Yeah, looks Lindsay did a great job. Love the colors, like the lightning bolt. I feel faster just looking at that logo. All right, so believe it or not, 47 years running, the Bellin Run, 47 years running. And I'm wondering if anyone, this was the first logo in 1977 here, can anyone identify the individuals in the photo here? Can you chat those in? If anyone could chat those in. And Maureen, if you could read or Linda, you could read the chats for me. Anyone guessing? Okay, Allie, yeah, that's
George, yep.
George Kerwin, yeah, our former CEO who was the founder of the Bellin Run. Can anyone look to the person on, so George would be on the left as you look at it. Anyone guess the person on the right-hand side of the photo, or would be George's left?
Bill Rogers is a good guess, but no.
Oh, not Randy. That's funny. Okay, if you think of Bill Rogers, think another prominent running figure back in the late 70s.
It's close.
But it's Frank Shorter. Frank Shorter was here for the very first Bellin Run, and that really helped Bellin get on the map, having elite athletes be part of the community and come into the run. And that's something Linda and I have worked on for years now, working with the Bellin Run, is establishing an event that was a community event, but open to the world also, and those two things coming together. All right, so now the Bellin Run is a way to get started too. If you haven't started running, or if you haven't started on a fitness program, or if you want to introduce somebody to a fitness program, is what this is about. And it's a great way to do this. And I'm speaking from personal experience. And you'll see that as I go to the next slide, okay? So this is me, and that's my little sister. And I don't know if you can guess the year of this, but this is my first Bellin Run that I did. In fact, we didn't have the corporate challenge back then. We didn't have, we didn't have a big park. We didn't have a spaghetti dinner. You just showed up at the starting line, and it was a very well done, timed event. But this, give you a little hint, this was in the 80s. You can tell by probably from the Walkman, or maybe the gold chain, or the mullet. Steve, you're close there. Yeah, Stacy got it. 1987 was the year, 1987. So my little sister, Cheryl, who I still run with today, back in 1987, talked to me into running the Bellin Run. Well, it didn't go so well. It did not go well. I didn't train for it. I thought, heck, it's 6.2 miles. I can go ahead and do this run. So I went out and did it, and I was miserable. I literally crawled to the finish line. It was a warm day, and I wasn't feeling too well. So I committed to myself the following year that I was going to train and I was going to do this 10K and I was going to do very well with it. Well, what happened was I started training. I was all ready for the race. I think it was about a week before the race. A week before the race, and I'm just set. I'm fit as I've ever been, and a week. So I had started working at Bellin in the 80s, and I graduated from college in 86. So it was my first job out of college. And so a week before the run, my executive VP came to me and said, Randy, I can't work my corner. I need you to work my corner for me, providing the traffic control. And I'm thinking to myself, I just trained all this time to do this race, and now someone is asking me not to run the race and work at the race. And so this decision was going through my head, and I had to respond right away. And I said, of course I'd work the corner, thinking to myself, oh. So I worked the corner. I held back traffic, and that's the following year. So in 1988, you can tell probably by the, hey, pink was a color back then. And so I worked the corner, and I literally had a blast working this corner on the race, being part of the race. Not necessarily running it, but being part of the race, helping with the race. I was giving high fives to people as they went by, holding back traffic. This actually was on the corner of Kolb and Leibel. Kolb and Leibel by Bethel Baptist Church. You'll notice Miracle Field is there now, where that fence is. And by volunteering for the run and participating in the run, it literally changed my life. And how did it change my life? Well, what happened about a week later, after this run, after I'd worked this corner, there was the person that lived on the corner there wrote a letter to George Kerwin at Bellin, and he was an executive VP at the time, and he wrote a letter. They wrote a letter about this guy in the corner. Well, I get called into George's office, and I don't know what I'm being called in for, and basically that was my invite to be part of the race committee based upon volunteering at the corner. And so I've been involved with this race since 1988 as a volunteer, and then 89 on the race committee, and have just had so much fun. But it's funny how you volunteer for something or you do something, and it creates a fork in the road, and you follow that, and how your life evolves. So it's been it's been probably one of the most rewarding things in my life to be part of this event and bring this event to the community every year with the team that we have, and working side by side with Linda. So with that said, you can have that impact on people's lives. You can introduce them to the Bellin Run, and you can help them change the trajectory of their life from developing healthier lifestyles, controlling their blood pressure. I know running to this day has kept me healthy and enabled me to enjoy my life and stay healthy. It's one of the things that, when it helps my nutrition, it helps my stress. It helps me be a better person for the community and for Bellin, and a better friend, and actually a better spouse in my family. So, and dad. So anyway, this is your chance now to introduce people to the run, and we just made it easier by basically installing this 5K, as Linda alluded to. So a 5K is a great option, 3.1 miles. We're still going to have that same great mass start with the race. It's a great way to get people that maybe were a little nervous about going 6.2 for a walk, or even for a run, or even a walk. And this allows us to simplify a bit of our training programs for both the schools and for the companies. that you represent. So training for a 5K is a little different than training for a 10K, but for those that want to do the 10K, the option is still there. So we still create that same mass event, that same feeling that you get, but there is another option now added to this event. You know, looking back, it's funny how the years fly by, Linda, but 2005, we introduced the corporate challenge, and many companies. Now, last year we had over 150 companies participate in this run, and to date, we've had over just over 91,000 participants in just the corporate challenge, and those 91,000 participants are because of you all here inviting others into the race and helping them be part of the event. So thank you for being on this call. I'm excited to get this year off and going, and I'm going to turn it now over to Linda for the rest of the presentation.
Okay, thanks, Randy. Yeah, so back when we were starting this, you know, Randy started with a very good friend of mine, running partner, and it was all about different ways to help our area businesses get more feet on the street. And so, you know, how can we do that and make it easy for those companies to do that? So, you know, how can you get your company inspired to get more feet on the street? Randy, are you going to do the slides for me, please? Okay. I'll hold up a finger. Okay, so how do you do that? All you really need, I am serious, if you have one enthusiastic captain who will be that person who will get other people inspired. It doesn't have to be a fast runner. It can be someone who just walks, someone who, you know, he can be a runner, but that person who's going to have that enthusiasm and recognizes how important activity is for people's health. So once you have that person has a really easy job. We try to make it very easy. You know, all they really have to do is distribute information to your company, to your employees, and then get out the race packets to them. But they can do a lot more if they want to. And, you know, that really depends on the situation, your scenario at your companies and what your captain wants to do. That captain can do things like organize lunch and learns, or, you know, we have companies who will, when someone registers, you get an email and they'll print out a piece of paper that says, you know, I registered for the Bellin Run, and put it on their workspace. All those things that give that accountability and that camaraderie, because people are going to be more likely to stay on their plans, on their fitness plans. So if you have that one person who is willing to take this on, I promise you it's not very time consuming, and they can very easily do it throughout their day. And what are the benefits that you get with this free program? The biggest thing, the thing that's most beloved by our corporate challenge, is that early race packet delivery for both employees and your friends and family. And that takes away one of the barriers to people participating. We want it to be easy. We want them to not worry about how they're going to get their race packets and Astor Park. And so that's something special we do for our corporate challenge participants. We also always have an extra giveaway. Actually, I just decided on it today. I got the sample. We're going to do a little fanny pack that's people can use to put when they do their walks or their runs, they can put their keys or their phone, and so they get that little extra something. People they like things to be easy, and they love to get extra free things. But really, it's all about that improved corporate camaraderie. We have something, there's a picture there of people in those same shirts. We have a t-shirt contest where companies can design and produce their own shirts. And some companies, you know, will provide them, some will have their people order them. But how great on race day to see your company, your logo, your name out there, people out there, they feel like a team, and they're advertising your company, and they're showing that, you know, these are people who care about their employees and about this physical fitness. So that makes the day more feel like a team. So we have that. But really, the biggest benefit of the corporate challenge to your company is healthier and more effective employees. I mean, it's proven that that healthier, you're going to have less sick time, you're going to have more efficient and effective employees. And so we want to do this. We've been doing this for our company for our community since 2005, because we know that helps all of you in your companies. So that is what you need. If you want to go to the next slide. One of the things that we do at the start of the program is we have a kickoff event, and it is going to be held on Thursday, March 9th over at the Green Bay Distillery. And really the goal is both to inform and inspire. So the informing part is they get their training guides and posters, and every captain gets a jacket. And then we share more information about what's new in the event, what's new in the program. But then the inspire part is we have a keynote speaker. And this year, we're especially excited because we have someone who's going to talk about goals and dreams, but also there is a connection with one of what we call our legends. And our legends are the people who have done every single one of our events. That's 46 years in a row they've done our event. So I'm going to bring up Mark Cumicek, who's going to talk to you a little bit about, give you a little sneak peek about what he's going to talk about on March 9th at the Green Bay Distillery. Hi, Mark.
Hey, Linda, how are you?
Oh, great.
Good. I'm super excited. I feel inspired to go out for a run or a walk right now, or right after this, from all this talk of the Bellin Run. But just really so thrilled to be with all of you for a few minutes this afternoon, and really, really super excited to be with you on March 9th at the kickoff. We're going to really cover three things together during a fast-paced 18 minutes or so together that morning. And the first thing that Linda just kind of tipped you on was we're going to meet a legend. We're going to be inspired by the story of a legend. And that legend is someone who's near and dear to me. And he's going to be there live and in person with us. So we're going to hear from some of him personally, his story, and really understand how his story is intertwined. His life story is intertwined with the story of the Bellin Run, which is pretty cool and pretty energizing. And I guarantee it's going to be massively inspiring for you. So that's the first thing we're going to do. The second thing we're going to do during our time together is I'm going to challenge each and every one of you to dream again, to dream more, or to dream bigger, or all three of those. And why are we going to do this? We're going to do this for a simple reason. There is a healthy habit that many, many, many of us, way too many of us, give up when we're way too young, when we're 9, 10, or 11 years old. We tend to give up the ability, the habit of dreaming. As we grow up and become responsible adults, we tend to not make any time and space in our life to get in touch with our life goals and dreams. We're going to change that on March 9th. And I'm going to bring forth some of what I do in my career, which is to help people, especially people within businesses and organizations, get in touch with their life goals and dreams, help them articulate them, help them plan for them, and ultimately achieve them. And it's all based on some concepts of a book by an author named Matthew Kelly called The Dream Manager. So that morning, I'm going to bring forth a series of quick-hitting, dream-provoking questions that are going to help you each uncover your life goals and dreams. And everyone's going to have the opportunity to participate in a very easy manner, comfortable manner via text message. So you'll not only get in touch with your own life goals and dreams, but you're also going to be inspired by the dreams of other people in the room with you on that day. So the third thing we're going to do is we are going to really get in touch with what an event like the Bellin Run can do as a catalyst in your life. So you think about the start line, you think about the finish line, you think about the training and the journey associated with all of this. When you bring it all together, this can really be a catalyst for you in a lot of ways. It can be a catalyst to help you embrace your life possibilities, your better version of yourself, your dreams. It can be a catalyst to help you even dream bigger. It can also be a catalyst to help you inspire other people in your life to get after their life goals and dreams, just like that legend did for me. So this past week, actually a couple weeks ago, a quote crossed my path, and it was actually a definition of success according to a woman. And I just couldn't shake it, this definition of success. I thought it was really, really true. But then it came to me this morning why I couldn't shake it, because I think it provides the thread that's going to tie together those three areas that we discussed together on March 9th. And here's how this statement of success goes. It's from a woman named Carolyn Coughlin. I'm going to look down to make sure I get it right on my notes. She says, success to me is this, that my presence helps someone else be more fully alive. I'll repeat that. Let's soak this one in. The definition of success to her is that my presence helped someone else be more fully alive. Isn't that a beautiful definition of success? Can you imagine the impact if we all truly embraced that one and lived it out? Really, all of us. Can you imagine that? That'd be quite the dream. I'll see you on March 9th at the Green Bay Distillery. Really, really looking forward to it. It's going to be energizing, it's going to be inspiring, and it's going to be dream-provoking. I guarantee it. And have a great afternoon, everybody. Onward, my friends, and we will see you there.
Thank you, Mark. I'm really excited. I can't wait to hear you talk and to have your guest speaker as well.
Looking forward to it.
Okay, so if some of you on the call already have a corporate challenge team, I hope this is going to inspire you to get to our kickoff. But if you don't already have a team, like I said, it's very easy to do. If you can email me at corporatechallenge@bellin.org, I can get you all the information, get your team set up. You share a link with your team. You can, if your company wants to pay for some or all of registration fees, we have a tool to accommodate that. So just reach out to me, and I really look forward to adding on some of your companies here, and you'll see what a difference that is going to make in the lives of your employees. Randy, anything in closing? I said anything in closing?
No, this is great, Linda. Mark, thank you so much. I can't wait to hear the story. I know parts of it, but I know there's a story behind the story that I can't wait to hear. And yeah, find out how, like I mentioned, Bellin Run changed my life forever. And I'm still running since 87, which is pretty crazy. Thanks for all the help, of course, with some sports medicine folks at Bellin too. But anyway, appreciate everybody being on the call today. Any questions? There was just a chat in there, Linda. If people have questions, any detail, linda.maxwell@bellin.org or randy.vanstraten@bellin.org. We're happy to help. And we're excited to see you at the Green Bay Distillery coming up to kick off the Bellin Run for the Corporate Challenge. Thank you so much for jumping on today. And thank you, Mark. We look forward to seeing you in early March.
Okay, have a great day, everybody.
Thanks much.
Thank you.